Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Sunshine Acres. I'm Jason.
I'm Kara.
And we're back.
Back at the cabin.
Back at Sunset Cabin.
Yep. Been a while.
Been months. We said in a couple other videos, it's just been a hot summer. It's not been fun to be down here. I mean, working inside there is just a sweatshop.
And we have to keep up with the yard and the garden. There's lots to do in the summer.
So we've been busy, but we're happy to be back down here. And I don't know, we keep moving the goal for the end date of the cabin.
It was the end of this year, I thought.
It's been probably every 6-month increment for the last year and a half.
Well, you keep thinking it's going to get done earlier.
I think it may be done by this Christmas.
That's kind of what I was shooting for. I think we're going to make that.
So this Christmas, maybe the week after, like we're finishing up.
End of the year.
End of the year.
That's my goal.
So
we'll see. There's still a lot to do in there.
Yeah, but I think this one is not very exciting from what we're doing standpoint. It's prepping trim for the ceiling, the wainscot. We've already cut a bunch of the wainscoting. We'll show that to you here in a minute. We're going to recut that probably a little thinner.
Yep.
To trim that out, and then we're going to get started on the ceiling trim. So the soffit around the perimeter of the ceiling, and some of the verticals on the ends. And
you do pieces for the beams?
Yep.
Too?
Yep.
We got a cut list put together already.
Yep.
So
I'll show you that here in a minute.
Yep.
And get after that. We do have a special thing. I'm not going to say what it is. But for the end of this video for Sunset Cabin. So that's at least exciting.
And then that little plywood in there, I have to clean. Got a little moldy. Nothing else did, so I think it's just that porous board. So we're going to clean that up, and then I think I'm going to throw some clear coat on there to protect that. That wasn't a surprise, right? That wasn't a surprise.
No, that was not a surprise. So come along, we're going to get after it. Welcome back to Sunset Cabin. So as usual, it's always a little difficult to see in this cabin, but just give you an idea of the pieces that we're going to be cutting. It'll be the soffit piece here, and I hate that it wants to focus on my finger instead of the background, but then
Oh, sorry.
so it'll be the soffit pieces here, and then these 2x4 beams that go across, we're going to start cutting the pieces to wrap those, and then the vertical pieces on the end here. So here's our cut list. Got a little bit of blocking that we'll need to put in first. So we got 16 2x4 by 8 inches, 10.5 inches wide, 4 feet long, 8 of those, 5 inches wide, 9 foot 8, 5 of those, 3 5-inch by 8 foots, and then some verticals. 2x4 blocks for blocking on this. 16 2x4, 8 inches long. Here we go. Step 1 complete. Alright, so we knew this was going to happen at some point. To get to the next pieces of trim that we want, we're getting back out here in our little wood storage. Probably maybe this level here, but definitely down to these guys. And this is all lumber that we had milled up when we cleared for the house build out here. So yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of muscle work here, but we knew this was coming. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 layers of lumber to get off of here to get down to stuff we want to work with. Here we go. right, so we had a bit of change of plans here, we think for the good. You just saw me pull off some of those, the big lumber on top of that wood pile. And I was looking for a place to restack them, get them inside the barn here, so I was going to put them right here. And then I got to looking at this tongue and groove that's left over from the house build. And I think we're going to be able to use that for all this trim at the ceiling. Miss Kara just came up and approved that idea, so I think that's the direction we're going to head. So I'm going to get this corner cleaned out, and then we'll probably restack a lot of that wood in the outside storage and get that here in this corner, and that'll free up more firewood storage out there. So here we go. Alright, so I got everything pulled out of that corner and laid out here where I can shake it out and see what we have. Most all these pieces are 1.5 inches, and so I'll cut them to length that we want, and then I'm going to rip them down to 3/4 so we can kind of double our square footage out of there. So I'm going to get this cut list put together. Alright, so we got the cut list done. These are the, everything's at 5 inches now, so these are the 9'8", 5 of those, 3 8-footers down here, and then we need 10 inchers, so these will double up. So we've got a total of 16 4-footers. Now it's time to sand them, get them smooth.
Well, unfortunately, I did not take a before picture. I probably should have done that. But these had a lot of mildew on there, and it just took about 2 hours to scrub that off. I used a little scrub brush with some soft scrub and some water. Let that sit on there for about 5 minutes to kill all the mildew, and then wiped it off. So the next step will be to put some clear coat on top of this. We'll get something with some microbial control so that it doesn't come back. I think that we just did a light coat of paint over here, so it probably wasn't sealed very well, but it is really clean and pretty right now. So I want to get that clear coat on there as soon as possible so I don't have to do that again. Not today though. I did not have a roller, so that will be a project for tomorrow. Well, I changed my mind. Even though I did not have a roller, it only took me about 45 minutes to do this with a brush. So you can see it's a little glossy. For now, it'll dry down to satin, but it's still a little wet. So I did get the clear coat on all the way around. Probably doesn't look much different than before, but it will now have a lot more protection. And hopefully we will get no more mildew.
All right, this is day 2 of this video. The trim that we stained yesterday is all dried and ready to go to Sunset Cabin. So that's it. Initial ceiling trim delivered and stored in Sunset Cabin.
Over here and this one?
Yep. So,
On top.
you're... that's funny.
You could start over.
So I guess we're gonna have to wrap this video up here. Unfortunately, we promised you a surprise at the end, and you can see a little bit of footage there. We were taking down the lights off the porch, and the surprise was ultimately new lights.
Did we tell them why we had to take those lights down?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, the lights still worked, but there was a remote, and we think some squirrel ran off with it or something. It just totally disappeared. So we had to get new lights.
So yeah, those are our little redneck trailer park lights, but I ordered some, and yeah,
Twice.
well, I ordered some, but they weren't even battery operated. They were plug-in. We don't have power down here, so that was a fail on my part. And then I ordered another set that was
Supposed to be battery, but it was solar. And which would be nice, but we don't get a lot of sun down here.
so I failed twice at ordering lights. So at some point, you guys will see
The new lights.
new lights on the cabin, but that may be a minute. So
But we're going to use them anyways. We can put the solar ones on the cabana bed.
yeah, we'll put them to use somewhere. It's not a total loss, but.
So you'll see that probably in another video.
Yeah. But anyway, super cool to be back in the cabin.
Yes.
We took off a few months over the summer. It was just too hot down here between that and fooling with the garden stuff and doing all that stuff. So it's finally, summer's over, it's fall, and it's cool to be back in the cabin.
It is.
So look forward to giving y'all some more videos of the inside. So come along with us on those. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your mama, tell your friends, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.